Greetings Internet, welcome to Aaron's Place. I hope you're doing fantastically well. I'm shooting this straight after the previous episode where I made a big mistake with isolation of a unit to the benefit of the Germans. To compensate for that slightly, when the Allies had to take 2 losses attacking that position, I made it only 1 loss because it should have been there in the first place. So, and no breakthrough. Not sure if that's going to completely skew the game, but hey ho. It's a learning curve. I'm learning this, playing this to learn. I'll try not to make that mistake in future. I've already got little aid memoirs about mud and strategical movement. Now isolation. So this is the German turn 9. They've got another little decision to make. So let's get down to the map board. So as I said, this is German turn 9, which is November 2. They're getting in some mountain unit reinforcements. Not particularly strong, but hey, it's a new count is on the board. They're also getting 1 infantry replacement. They should get 1 armoured, but there's no actual armoured counters for them to take. So I'll put a little black, I love my little cubes, don't I? Little black cube to remember that is a armoured unit. And if it ever comes to the situation, I'll take a little grey cube for an infantry unit. But, so they've got 1 in reserve there, effectively. So when they build up an armoured formation, take the replacement off, they can bring another counter back on. And they're getting a new fort. So yeah, I was given these superhuman status by thinking that they didn't suffer the effects of isolation, but they do. And we won't make that mistake again, will we? I'll keep going on about, I know, sorry, boom, into the game. Okay, so what to do? So in the last attack, the Allies actually were able to maintain, there was no losses here. So that means this German unit either pulls back or has to attack the Allies. And that's quite a lot to attack. So, and that also applies for this fort. Though it can attack and, as we've seen, can absorb losses. Can't build a fort in an enemy zone of control. So we couldn't say, let's just build a fort there then. So, what to do? Well, first of all, the replacement, that goes in Rome. And let me just show you, at the present moment, there's quite a few Germans around the beaches, because I'm not sure if there's going to be an invasion. So there's German units in and around these locations here and here, and even here. There might never be a German Allied invasion, because I'm using those cards to determine to keep me surprised. So, but they have to keep something there, because, well, if they don't and there is an invasion there, boom, game over. So yeah, and I've got to stop saying so. Onwards. I don't think we need to remove this unit. It's quite comfortable there, holding that position. Could we do it with a weaker unit? Now that's a different equation, isn't it? And probably could we? Because he's worth 27. So he's quite scary on his own. No, I think he's fine there, and him in the fortification there is fine as well. It's this position here, because there's only 4, and the Allies are coming up more banded. Right, let's bring on the mountain units, and we know that if they come straight down the road, so we can probably shift a few positions along. Okay, so even at maximum speed, they could only get to near the leg of this light. Okay, so that was from the board edge. So they're not going to get down to take the place of some of these units here. Obviously this is a new replacement counter. No, we'll leave these units here. Again, I'll probably get him there, so all I don't see any need to move these. It's only going to be probably the top end of the map there that we need to do something with. Do we fall back? Well, I don't see the point of attacking. Force preservation at the present moment is probably the most important. So let's move. Right, to take a replacement, you've got to be 2 hectares away from an enemy unit. This one's now at full strength, so he can come back in the line and we could take one German unit out of the line. So let's do that. It's going to be 2 hexes back. So he can go there for, no, he can go there for 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Can't strap move because he started adjacent. That's me admonishing myself. Okay, have we got an infantry replacement point? We have, so he will move around to go there. And I'll put the little grey mark on it to remind myself that they're taking replacements. We will now bring the reinforced second para from over here. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 into that location. And I probably, there's no probably, I will build a fortification there. This unit's still to move. What have we got in here now? He's strong enough, he can stay there. I think we want to keep that position attended. We'll keep that there to stop in case of commando. So many little things to think about. And I think we're going to have to fall back. We don't want to be adjacent to an ally. We don't want to attack him. So we'll move him back to there. And I think we'll reinforce him because we've now, with this infantry unit, which would be, can't go into that, so it'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, can't get there. Interesting, we can't get there because of this little diamond zone of control. Let me just zoom in a little bit there, so it might help. There we go. So yeah, so if want this unit to go and help that armour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you can get there that way. So we've had to fall back a little bit. It looks like the Trigio River has finally sort of, I wouldn't say been breached, but we're, well, actually, are we across it? Yeah, we can start funneling down this way now, can't we? We can go into there. I wouldn't say it's breached, but it's definitely, we've got a strong, as the Allies are beachhead, as the Germans, we've had to fall back a little bit. Can't see if the Allied invasion comes in at Beach 3. It's only got one armoured. No, we've still got one unit in Rome. new replacement, so he can come shooting across straight down the road into here. Boom. So he's got 2 strength points to hold back the allied tide if it comes in. We've got, it's not ideal, stretched thin, but we've got 2 new units coming down from the mountains. We've got 1 point. All right, that's the movement. I will do the replacement now. So that comes off, goes back on the chart, and that unit there, which is the I've done it. It's a New Zealander unit. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, it's a New Zealander unit that I've just been moving around the back here to get replacements. Darn it. These colours. It's. Oh. Well, I'm not gonna reshoot this. You know, I'm just showing what can happen. So he's not taking a replacement. He was across the river, wasn't he? He was the one unit I was moving back there. There's no point building that fort. Yeah, because it was here, wasn't it? Can't build that fort on that hill, so it's a definite pullback along the line. What to do? I mean, okay, I was leaving a green cube on it. I should maybe do that every time now, because that nearly was it, you know. Trying to put a replacement into a... It's almost as good as KELLYS Heroes, isn't it? You know, where they go behind the enemy lines. Oh well, yeah. So yeah, so I'm not going to cancel that. I'm not going to edit that out. That is just staying in there, showing you why would you have printed that the same colour? I mean, maybe at the time they thought, I mean, back in '78, us wargamers were all in our. Well, I was only 13 in '78, so. You know, our eyesights were perfect. You know, we could probably see the little NZ on the counter from, you know, half a mile away. Now, I have to have it right up to my nose and I might be able to see it. Oh, that was funny. Right, okay. I will bring, I took an actual replacement counter off the map to do that. So we've got an extra unit to play around with now. I'm going to stick him behind the beachhead up there. Well, I hope that gave you a giggle like it gave me a giggle. Yeah, it is tricky when the writing on the count is small. I mean, these are my reading glasses. So I'm using that to be able to read the counters at times and the rules. But hey, c'est la vie, we corrected the error. The Germans would have had to pull back a little bit further. Well, they've had to pull back further, haven't they? So that river line is definitely breached now. But they've now got a nice string of forts appearing. Onwards and upwards again. So I hope you liked the video and can forgive, I'm not an old man yet, but an aging man, his eyesight issues. And yeah, if you can do all the usual YouTube shenanigans, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye, internet.